In the busy town of Capernaum lived a boy named Samuel. He loved stories, sunshine, and the sound of children laughing in the streets below. But every morning, while others ran through the marketplace and climbed the city walls, Samuel could only watch from his window because he could not walk. But one day, something would happen that no one in Capernaum would ever forget. A roof would open, and so would many hearts. Samuel wasn't happy that he couldn't go outside to play with the other children, but every day he looked forward to his friend Mara coming to visit so they could play together. Samuel loved making little wooden toys for the younger children in Capernaum. Some were tiny sheep, some were birds, but his favorite was a small carved camel with funny crooked legs that always made Mara laugh. Even though Samuel could not run through the streets like the other children, his hands could create wonderful things that brought joy to everyone around him. More than anything, Samuel loved when Mara came to visit. The two friends would sit together for hours on the woven mat by the window, making stories about the little toy camel traveling across deserts, escaping sandstorms, and searching for treasure. Sometimes, Mara would make the camel talk in a deep, funny voice, and Samuel would laugh so hard he nearly dropped the toy. For a little while, whenever Mara visited, Samuel forgot he could not walk. When Mara returned home after playing with Samuel, she found her mother getting ready to bake fresh bread for the evening meal. The warm smell of flour and herbs filled the little stone house, and for the first time in many days, Mara's mother looked strong and happy again.
"Jesus is back in town," said Mara's mom. "He is known to be a healer, and how I wish he could help your friend Samuel."
Mara remembered how Jesus had brought Eliah back to life, and an idea began to form in her head. Maybe now, another family can dare to hope again. The house where Jesus was teaching was completely full. But true friends do not stop when things become difficult.
Help! Please, someone help! Come on, we can do this!
Stop! Let me through!
Next time, Samuel, eat less bread before we carry you. One of his friends looked up when they got to the house and saw the crowd. "We go through the roof!" he shouted.
The idea sounded impossible, and maybe a little crazy. But up they climbed, tile by tile, while dust drifted down on the crowd below. As dust began to fall from the ceiling, the people inside the crowded house looked up in shock. Gasps filled the room as the roof slowly opened above them. Then, little by little, a woven mat began to descend from the ceiling, and on it was Samuel. Sunlight poured through the opening as Samuel was lowered into the room. And Jesus saw more than a broken body. He saw Samuel's heart.
"I say unto thee, arise, Samuel, and take up thy bed, and go thy way to thine house."
Samuel's fingers moved, then his legs, and slowly he stood. The crowd erupted in wonder. That day, a roof opened, and so did many hearts. Because when people are brought to Jesus, everything can change. Samuel ran out when Jesus told him to take his mat and go home. It was like a new life has begun.